Today I want to speak about Swedish black metal. And when we speak about black metal in general, most of the time we think about two scenes, two famous scenes of black metal, the Norwegian scene and the Swedish scene of black metal. Of course, there are also other famous scenes. For example, we have the Greek black metal scene, we have the Finnish black metal scene from Finland, we have also the French black metal scene, the American, the USBM black metal scene, and we have today also the Polish black metal scene from Poland and the Ukrainian black metal scene. Maybe they are the most famous scenes of black metal. Of course, we can find black metal also from other countries, from Denmark, from Belgium, from Germany, from Austria, from Japan, even from Brazil. Some people speak about the Brazilian black metal scene. Of course, it's even more first wave of black metal, black thrash, with bands as Vulcano, Sarcophago, Mystifier, and etc. But especially most of the people, when we speak about black metal, they have in their minds the black metal from Norway and the black metal from Sweden. Now, I want to speak about the Swedish black metal, and we have to say some things. First of all, there was a controversy and between the Norwegian and the Swedish black metal scenes in the 90s. For example, when Euronymous was murdered by Varg, in these days, in the beginning of August, in the beginning of the 90s, people in the beginning they thought that they were some members of the Swedish black metal scene that maybe they killed him. So we can find that there was a very big controversial issue between the two scenes in these days. Now about the music, when we speak about Norwegian black metal, most of the time we speak about something that we call it more cold, more lo-fi. But when we speak about Swedish black metal, we speak about something more melodic, something that has also influences from death metal. And for this reason, people they call it also melodic black metal or black and death metal. So here I will speak about some of the bands and some of the albums that I love from this Swedish black scene. Let's start. First of all, I will speak about two bands that we can say that they play something that we call it as the first wave of black metal. And I'm speaking about the band Morbid, Morbid of Dead, that became the most famous frontman of Mayhem afterwards. And he had a band also with Petrov from Entombed, rest in peace. This band was by the name Morbid, and they made one EP, December Moon. Here it is, very classical. And here we can listen black metal or first wave of black metal with some death metal and thrash metal influences in their music. Afterwards, another band from Sweden, style of first wave of black metal, Mephisto. The band Mephisto, they made the two demos, and here this is a combination of the two demos together. They had the demo Megalomania, the demo The Puzzle, and they made it together, the Megalomania Puzzle. And now, when we speak about Swedish black metal or melodic Swedish black metal or blackened death metal from Sweden, most of the people they think about Dissection. And yes, they made three famous albums. I like I like three of them the same, but the Rain Chaos, their last album, it was blackened Melodic Death even more, so I will speak about their first two albums. They are Melodic Black. Their first album by the name The Chamberlain. Here's the cover. Yeah, very close to the cover art of Abigail of King Diamond. I think this is the same artist. They made the cover arts of these two albums. Great album of Dissection, the first album of them. And of course, the second famous album of Dissection by the name Storm of the Light's Bane. Most of the people, when they think about Swedish melodic black metal, this is the album that comes to their mind first of all, and I understand this very well. But except of this album, we have some very, very, very good melodic black or black and death albums from Sweden. For example, band by the name Vitterland. And there, I think it was the the first album. I don't know if they made other albums. Welcome My Last Chapter. Great melodic black album. And many people they say, and I understand also this, that this is even more good from Storm of the Light's Bane of Dissection. Even better. Another band also from Sweden, melodic black metal, and I'm speaking about Sacramentum and their first album of them, Far Away from the Sun. Now the artist also here is the same artist that he made the Storm of the Light's Bane of Dissection, the same artist that they made the cover art of the first album of Emperor, The Nightside Eclipse. Great album. And another also great album, also melodic black from Sweden, Lord Belial, and their second album of them, Enter the Moonlight Gate. Great also album. And you can see most of these albums of melodic Swedish black metal, and not only, they have cover arts with blue or purple color. You can see that in many albums of this style. And most of these albums, they are great, really they are great. You can see the blue or the purple color in these albums. Let's continue. Another great band, also from Sweden, also melodic black. They made two studio albums and one EP, and here we'll bring their last album until now, Down, and their album Slaughter Sun Crown of the Triarchy. Great also melodic black from Sweden. Another band, Necrophobic. Necrophobic, they played even more black and death with some thrash elements in their music, and here we'll bring two albums of them. Their first album, first of all, The Nocturnal Silence, and another also great album of them, Dark Side. Great album. And another also melodic black metal band with some death elements in their music, Unanimated, and here we'll bring their second album, if I'm not sure, by the name Melodic Black, Melodic Death, okay, Black and Death, and Unanimated, and their second album of them, if I'm not sure, Ancient God of Evil. And now, another band that is exactly not a band, is one man's band, Arcanum, also from Sweden, and his album by the name P, something like that. I'm not sure if it's something that's very close to the letter P of the Latin alphabet, P, something like that. Okay, but a great album of Arcanum. And now one band that is not so famous, unfortunately, from Sweden, Ancient Wisdom. Ancient Wisdom. Their name was Ancient at the beginning because of the band Ancient from Norway. They changed the name to Ancient Wisdom. And their first album, For Snow Covered the Northland. Here you can see that also you can find in their first album they have also some doom metal influences in their music. They play something between melodic black and doom metal. Also here, this is something that this cover arts inside the albums is very close to some Norwegian black metal bands. Satyricon, they made this Burzum, Dark Throne style of this of cover art inside their albums. And now let's speak about Dark Funeral. Many people they know about Dark Funeral, and okay, this is a melodic black, a little bit Black Death, a little bit. Here we'll bring the first album of them, The Secrets of the Black Arts, of course. And now some bands that they're very close to the dissection style. Nalgfar, and here we'll bring their album Pariah because it's the first album of them that I listen. A great album. They have a little bit melodic black with dissection style with some thrash metal elements in their music from here and there. Another band that they're very close to the dissection style and school, and I'm speaking about Watain, of course, from Sweden. Also, they have some thrash metal elements in their music. And here I could bring also the album Causus Luciferi, but I will bring their fourth album, my most beloved album of them, Lawless Darkness. Now, let's speak also about a very famous band from Sweden, black metal, Marduk. Marduk, they changed their style of music afterwards, but here we'll speak about the first period, and here we'll bring their great album, Heaven Shall Burn When We Are Gathered, when Legion was their singer. And if we speak about Legion, let's speak also about another band. He was also the singer of this band, Ophthalmia. They are not exactly melodic black. They are something between. I can't say that they are very close to avant-garde black metal with their album Via Dolorosa. Great album in their style. And now, another also famous band that they played something between epic black metal, Viking epic black metal, Mythotin from Sweden. And they make here I have the three albums of them in one album. The first album In the Sign of the Ravens, the second album King of the Distant Forest, and the third album of them Garden Around the Oaken Table. And I prefer a little bit more their first album In the Sign of the Ravens of Mythotin. Now, another band that it was very special, one of the first bands of Swedish black metal, with a crazy frontman. They have also connections with Euronymous, and I'm speaking about Abruptum, and their album of them, Causus Luciferi. And another band that they are also famous, one of the most famous DSBM black metal bands, Depressive Suicidal Black Metal, and I'm speaking about Signing. And here I will bring their seventh album of them, Fod for Lorer, if I prefer it well. Now, other band that many people they didn't know them, but this band they played melodic black metal only in their first debut album. Afterwards, they played thrash metal. I'm speaking about Raise Hell and their first album of them, Holy Target. Here they play melodic black metal with dissection influences in their music, and it's a very, very good album in my personal opinion. Another band also, Swedish black metal with some thrash metal influences, Pest. I'm speaking about the Swedish band Pest, not the German band Pest, and their album of their Rest in Morbid Darkness. And another band, also from Sweden, they play something that is very close to raw war bestial black metal, but they are a little bit more melodic than the bands from Canada, for example, of this style. And I'm speaking about Bestial Mockery, and here I will bring their album of them, Slaying the Life. Here also you can find some thrash metal influences in their music. And now some bands that they played retro black metal or thrash black metal. And I'm speaking about Niflheim, their first album of them, the great Niflheim album. And another band, very famous also, of black thrash from Sweden, Bewitched. And here I could bring something from their first works, of their first albums, but here I will bring their album At the Gates of Hell. And I know this album is a little bit, it's not exactly thrash metal, it's not exactly black metal. Even it has so many influences of new wave of British heavy metal, of traditional heavy metal in their music, with a blackened style. And even they made here also a cover of the Thor band, the band of, it was a parody epic US epic heavy metal band by the name Thor, and they made a cover of them, Let the Blood Run Red, but it's a great cover. Another band, one of them first Viking bands, but they have many black metal influences in their music, and I'm speaking about Thirfing, their first also album, Thirfing, great also album of Viking black metal. And now another band that we know them, in their beginning they played something between doom death, afterwards melodic death with gothic influences, with progressive Pink Floyd influences, and afterwards they became even more gothic metal and even more gothic rock. I'm speaking about Tiamat from Sweden. Tiamat, before they became Tiamat, they called Treblinka, and then they played something like first wave of black metal. So in their first album of them, Sumerian Cry, here they have also some Treblinka influences in their music, so it's something between first wave of black metal and death doom of these days. And another last band that I will speak today, a new band, also one-man's band, from Sweden, and he plays something between melodic and atmospheric black metal with Burzum influences in his music. Great band by the name Fedra, and his great album Six Voices Inside. Great band in my personal point of view. So this is about Swedish black metal and some of the albums of the bands that I love and I like from Israel, from Jerusalem. Stay metal and stay heavy.